Hey, Facebook. So we're here in the Pretty House Investment Association. Now, I haven't done this in a very long time. Where what I want to do today is I want to make some live calls. I actually want to schedule some appointments for you. That's my intention. So I'm gonna wait for a couple of us to get online. Give me a couple of seconds. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for some of us to get tuned in. But in the meantime, so I don't waste any time, I'm gonna go ahead and start making some calls of my own in the Atlanta area for myself. So give me one quick second. You know what? Before we get to that, let me kind of explain what I'm doing and what I'm looking for. So I'm the pretty house guy, Idris Talib, and I focus on nice houses and nice areas. Okay. And the whole premise behind what I do is I look for there's two sides to the equation. I look for motivated sellers. Whenever we look for real estate, it's based off location, 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 which is the most important thing. But from my standpoint, it's more about motivation. Why is somebody looking to sell? That's what I really want to know. We all know about wholesaling real estate, rehabbing real estate, and basically that's buy low, sell high. In terms of the way that I do real estate, I can pay full price for a house. I can pay more for what they're asking for because I'm getting it on terms. Now, I will wholesale real estate. So if I'm able to find something at a significant discount, I have no problem buying it at a deep discount and then reselling it or assigning my contract to a rehabber so they can make the larger profit and I'll make a quick five, ten, $15,000. The way that I do real estate, I was actually taught how to do real estate buying pretty houses. I didn't even know you could make money off houses that were less than $100,000. When I worked this internship when I was in college with Northwestern Mutual Financial Network. I made like $98,000 my first year. It was a lot of money. Excuse me. For me, it was a substantial amount of money. I never made that kind of money. So anyway, I was thinking, 1099, I have all these tax write-offs, but I didn't have any kids at the time. So nonetheless, my father sent me this no money down real estate course, and I tried it. I implemented the steps and it actually worked. My first contract, I made $8,000. So that's what really got me, hungry. And I just went at it with everything that I had. Fast forward to today, I've had, different businesses, and basically in healthcare, finance, and real estate. But what I'm going to do tonight, like I said, I want to make some calls and I actually want to make some appointments for you. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and get this kicked off. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for sale by owner, or I'm looking for rent by owner. Okay. So I'm looking for, I want to talk directly to the owner of the house who can make decisions for the house. Now, there's no disregard to realtors. They do a very great job for the clients, but that's not who I'm looking to speak with at this moment. And the reason why is because there's two ways to buy a house. You can buy it on the price, or we can buy it on terms. And obviously, if it's going to be a price, I'm going to have to lowball you and buy it at a significant discount, and then mark it up to whoever is going to cash me out of the deal because I'm not using any of my money whenever I do any of these creative structures. The other way that I do it is off terms. So what I like to do is think about the economic landscape of America right now. In order to qualify for a mortgage, you have to have great credit and income. Your income, it is what it is. But for most people, the reason that's preventing them from qualifying for a mortgage is their credit. So I focus on college educated professionals who have money. Frankly, I'm looking for individuals with a household income of $100,000 or more. And the reason why I focus on this particular niche is because they can afford to save $5, 10, $15,000 to put down in a home. And that's what I'm looking to make, quite frankly. So for me, it's a way for them to get into a nice house in a nice neighborhood. The majority of them have kids, so it needs to be in a good school district. If you look at the United States of America, the majority of homes that go up in value, that appreciate at the fastest rate, they're in great school districts. I mean, there could be some other things like the beach, the mountains, things of that nature. But if you just follow great school districts, more than likely that's going to be a very stable area for real estate, no matter what the economy does. So that's what I really focus on. And also, most of them are college educated professionals. So they would like for their children to be able to go to a good school. You know, we know that is go to good school, make good grades, you'll have a good job, yada, 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 yada. You know, whatever we think about college, that's one thing or another. But nonetheless, that's kind of the psychology behind what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm looking for on the other side is for people who are looking to either to rent their house out or looking to sell their house. I'm looking for individuals, they don't need all the money from the sale of their house to go into their next house. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to be looking for individuals where the house may be vacant. They may have a job transfer real fast. They may be going through a divorce, relationship problems, and maybe financial difficulties. Maybe they filed bankruptcy. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe their business went out or whatever. So I'm looking for circumstances that will make somebody motivated. And it's mostly based off of that monthly payment if they have a mortgage. So nonetheless, let's get ready. Start with some calls as y'all tune in or whatever. I'm going to be, making calls for you and everything. So if you have any questions, if you're here live, just let me know. I see, we don't have too many people live right now, but that's okay. We still gonna get this thing rock and roll. All right. So matter of fact, let me see if I can share my screen. I'm not sure if I can share my screen or not. All right, I'm not able to share my screen, but what I'm about to do right now, I'm going directly to Craigslist. And when I do this, I start off, if I want to make money lightning fast, I'm going to do for rent by owner. Let me tell you why. When you do for sale by owner, there's a good chance that these individuals may still be living in their home. That's not necessarily a problem. The only thing with that is they're looking to be cashed out of their house, and then they're going to take the money, whatever left over from the equity, to put down on their next house. Whereas if somebody has a house for rent, let's think about it. If they have a house for rent, 9 times out of 10, the house is vacant. So if the house is vacant, that means they already have another house. They may want money from their house, but they're looking to rent. So this is where I'm going to start off with. And right now, I'm going to Craigslist. I'm looking on their apartments and housing. And then, now I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. So wherever you're at in the country, maybe a little bit different. I look for the higher end houses. Like I said, I look for household incomes of $100,000 or more. So that means they probably live in a house that's $200,000 or above. Okay. So I look for your bread and butter houses. I want at least 3 bedrooms, and then I want at least 2 bathrooms. That's what I put for my minimum. The max, it doesn't matter. For the housing type, I only look for houses, not for townhouses. I don't look for anything else. Now, depending on where you are in the country, that might dictate the type of houses you're looking for. Okay. So I'm going to update my search. And right now in Atlanta, we have 2,373 houses we can choose from. The thing that I have to look for right now is I'm going to have to weed out the houses that have been listed by real estate agents. Okay. And now when I make these calls, hopefully, I think you're going to be able to hear me because I'm going to be using my Google Voice and I'm going to be dialing from the computer. So, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Another thing that I forgot to put in my criteria, I need to put a price because this was only $550. That's not enough. Okay. I look for houses that are $2,000 or $2,500 or above a month. All right. In my search. All right. So remember, I told you there was over 2,000 houses available for rent. Now that shrunk it down to 344 houses. 1 second, y'all. So let's look at this house. Okay, this house looks like it is listed with a realtor. I can't tell if it's listed with a realtor or not, but you know what? I'm going to get on the phone anyway with them, just so we can get this party started. All right, so I'm about to call them up right now. Sorry, y'all. We got my phone, of course. I wish I would have done screen share, so I apologize for that. But nonetheless, I don't know why this isn't working. How do I dial this number? Calls. I'm looking to make a call. So how do I do that? 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna figure this out. Normally, I don't use my computer when I make calls, so I apologize for the inconvenience. Messages. This is the phone. How do I make a call? So right now, I'm on my Google Voice screen. I'm trying to figure out how to make a call from my Google Voice. I know I can do it. I just did it. Calls. Make a call. There we go. All right, cool. So now you should hear the phone ring. Phone to connect with. Hangouts connect. There we go. All right, I don't hear anything. Let's try this again. Connect. Here we go. I'm just waiting right now.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to reach.
Andy.
Idris Talib.
Hello, this is Andy.
Hey, Andy. This is Idris. I saw your ad on Craigslist for a house in Suwannee at Sunset Park.
Hello, you're really choppy. Can you try calling me back again?
Okay, I'll try calling you back. Thank you. All right, let me try calling him back real fast. He said he couldn't hear me very well. So I'm actually using a microphone from my computer that's hooked up to my computer. So I'm going to try one more time. If he doesn't hear me well, we'll just move on. No big deal. Give me 1 second. I may end up using my cell phone, so we'll see. I'm dialing from the computer right now. That doesn't work. I'm probably just gonna call from my cell phone. My earpiece.
Hello, it's Andy.
Hey, Andy, are you able to hear me a little bit better now?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was calling about the house I saw on Craigslist in Suwannee.
Oh, right.
Okay. Now, is this your personal house, or are you the realtor listing the house?
I am the son-in-law of the owner who is listing the house for them.
Okay. Great. I was looking for like a long-term lease for at least 2 years. Is that something that they may consider?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And then, assuming all my payments came in on time, do you know if they would be open to maybe selling the house? I was looking for something that maybe I could own it sometime down the road.
I don't know the answer to that. They did not list it for rent to own, but I can ask.
Yeah, that would be great because I love the area. I love the Suwannee area and everything. The schools are real good. I'll tell you what, would I be able to follow up with you maybe sometime tomorrow, and then we can kind of go from there?
Yeah, sure. So, what's your name again, sir?
It's Idris Talib. If this is your cell phone number, what I can do is I can just text you my my name and number, and then we can go from there.
Okay. And what were you thinking about in terms of terms?
So in terms of terms, I was thinking about, I'm fine with the $2,400 a month, and then actually, buying it for full market value. I'm not trying to lowball you or anything, but I will tell you, I'm an investor and I focus on nice homes and nice areas. So I have about 73 people who are looking for, they focus on, houses around the $250,000, $350,000 range. And they're looking for houses just like this.
Gotcha. So why don't they just buy new construction?
Well, the thing is, they're not able to qualify for financing right now. So they're going to need probably 12, 18, 24 months before they can qualify for financing. But they more than, but they have the income to be able to afford the payments.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So let me find out that answer for you. And in the meantime, if you could send me your name.
Okay.
That way I can have this number, saved if I need to get back with you with any questions or with an answer.
All right. That sounds excellent, Andy.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the call. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So it's really that simple. As you notice, one of the things that I wanted to let him know that I kind of initially, it may come across as if I'm looking at to acquire the house myself, but I want them to know I am an investor. I am not going to live in this house. I'm not looking to mislead anyone whatsoever, because there's some individuals, they do not want to deal with investors. If they don't, that's fine. There's 6 million houses in Atlanta. I'm gonna have to move on to the next one. I just believe in being very transparent upfront, so you're not misleading anyone. And that's just the best way to go. Because the worst thing is you spend a lot of time on a deal. You're thinking you're gonna make all this money. It's really your time, because you're not really spending a lot of money to get any of these deals done, but it's your time. And you don't want to spend all of this time and then at the last minute, oh, you're an investor, you're going to make money. So you want to get that addressed right up front. If they're not fine with it, hey, you just move on to the next one, because the rejection is not personal. It's no big deal. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. And I see there's some people online right now. If you have any questions, or I'm telling you, go to Zillow or go to Craigslist yourself, look up some houses, send me the link. I'll call them up and I'll schedule the appointment for you. And then I'll walk through how we can work these deals together or whatever. All right. So let me go on to the next one. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Follows everything. So let me actually text the guy my information. I get bad with that sometimes. Let me figure out how I can do this. Outgoing call. How do I text this person? Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't normally do this online, so I apologize for the pauses and everything. All right, let's see my name. So what I'm texting right now, I'm just putting my name, interested in the lease to own, have 73 people looking ASAP to lease to own. Will pay full market value and take care of and handle all repairs. Please let me know if parents are interested, and I will be happy to speak with them to answer any questions or concerns. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next one. So normally what I do is I'll have a list of phone numbers already down. So if I'm doing it, normally I don't do it myself. I have a virtual assistant, but I wanted to show you that you can do this yourself. Let me tell you what you need. You need this. All right, I got to apologize ahead of time. I got this raggedy iPhone. I'm an Android guy. I got this raggedy iPhone right now, so I apologize ahead of time. But nonetheless, you need a phone. I always say you need a phone and computer. You really don't even need a computer because you can pull up stuff just from your phone as long as you have internet access. That's all you need for this business to get started, okay? You don't need no website. I'm not a business card guy. I haven't had a business card in like 5 years. Some people like them, some people don't. I don't. But nonetheless, there's no excuses. You need no money. You need no credit. You may want to put $1 or $10 on a contract for option consideration. That's it. I don't give earnest money deposits. I don't. That's just my philosophy. Because I'm not moving in the house myself. I'm not living in this house. Okay, Cheryl, I see Villa Rica. Okay, wow. Hey, Cheryl, inbox me about lakefront house in Villa Rica. I'm trying to think what a lake is in Villa Rica, though. I'm very familiar with Villa Rica. I used to actually live out there. All right, so let's go on. All right, let me look up another house for y'all. 5 bedroom, 3 bath, full basement, 4,000 square feet, all brick Roswell. Wow. I may want one. I was about to say I may want this for myself. Oh, it's nice. Wow. Hey, I may actually want this house for myself. I think this is with a broker. Let me see. So what I do is I'll look at the pictures. If the pictures are too professional, so you gotta look at the price point of the house. If the house is over $400,000 or $500,000, then the owner may have professional pictures. If the houses are usually about $200,000-300,000, most people will take pictures with their camera phone. If you see pictures with their camera phone online, that means it's for sale or for rent by owner 9 times out of 10. Most realtors are going to have professional looking pictures. All right, Mildred, let me read I'm about to get into a 5-year lease with an option to right refusal house in Grayson. Mildred, look, Mildred, let me tell you right now, I'm in Lawrenceville right now. I had no idea there's so many people in Grayson. I had no idea. And yes, Mildred, I think Airbnb will be good. At first, I was totally against it. I was just like, Grayson is way too far until I came out here to Lawrenceville. There's a lot of people in Grayson. There's some nice houses. So I believe you can because it's close to Lake Lanier. It's close to the Mall of Georgia, Dog River. I'm not familiar with that area because actually my kids went to daycare right off in the Mirror Lake area. So I'm familiar with the Mirror Lake area, Cheryl. I might have to look into that, but I love that price point. And yeah, just shoot me a message or whatever, and we can kind of talk about that. And same thing, 5-year right refusal. I like Grayson. At first, I'm not going to lie, Mildred, I was totally against it. I did not mess with anything past Lawrenceville and Gwinnett County. But Grayson, I'm open to it now that I'm out here. You're in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Okay, Ernie, I'm actually in Georgia, but it doesn't matter. I'll tell you what, Ernie, if you want to, or Cheryl, Mildred, anyone, look at some ads on Craigslist or Zillow. I'll make the calls and everything. And this is the way that it'll go. I'll make the call, schedule the appointment. You'll go out, take a look at the house. Now, if you don't feel comfortable talking to the owner about what you can possibly do with the house, what you tell them is, I just came out here to take a look at the house to make sure there's no damages, to see what's going on with the house. Now, my business partner, he's kind of the expert, and I'll be happy to put us on a three-way call so he can answer any questions or concerns that you may have. And that's, pretty much how we'll work it and everything. All right, let me see what else we have. I'm going to go ahead. I think this is a realtor, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to call it anyway. And when I'm not sure about something, I just call. I mean, if it's a realtor, I may talk to him because, as Mildred alluded to, I'm getting into the Airbnb as well myself. So, we'll have a conversation. May work, may not. Big deal. And, just another caveat, we're not using any of our money or credit. The worst thing that's going to happen is they say, I'm not interested, or they hang up the phone on us. That's it. I promise you, if you can do this 8 to 10 hours a week, that's it. Just 8 to 10 hours a week, you will make 6 figures in 12 months. I promise you. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I almost do. Okay. But nonetheless. All right. Thanks a lot, Ernest. So let's call up this person. His name is Joseph. All right, cool. Phones. Make a call. Another thing when I'm making my calls, I try not to sound too professional. I try not to say that, I'm just a guy out here, I try to make a little bit of money doing some real estate. I don't want to sound like an established corporation. All right, so I think it's cool. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this Joseph?
Hello?
Hey, is this Joseph?
This is Joseph.
Hey, Joseph. My name's Idris. I was just on Craigslist and I saw your house for rent in Roswell.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Is your house still available?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, are you the owner of the house, or are you the agent who's representing the owner?
Yeah, I'm representing the owner.
Okay, your agent. Okay. Well, I'll just cut to the chase. I'm actually an investor, and I focus on nice houses and nice areas. And I have
that house, the price to sell for that particular house, it's located on Highway 92. That house can be commercial or residential.
Mm-hmm.
The price to sell is $750,000.
Hold on, let me make sure we're talking about the same house.
Yeah, it's the same house. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they're willing to lease it for $2,300.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, the house is 1 acre. The 1 acre lot right on Highway 92.
All right.
The owner turned down $650,000 offer last year.
But he'll take $2,300. They'll take $2,300 a month.
Yeah, for now, yeah, because it's going to be commercial. It is commercial pretty much.
All right.
Everything around it is commercial, sir.
Let me ask you this: would because I see it's open for lease and everything. Would they be open to any type of owner financing?
No, sir. This is not one of those. The owner is a developer themselves too.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so they won't.
They're developers. They know what they're doing. They can put townhomes in there. You know what I mean? Tear it down and put a bunch of townhomes in there.
Right, because it's on an acre in Roswell. Okay.
They can do eight townhomes per acre over there.
Let me ask you this: if we're able to come to terms on the lease, because I'll just tell you, I'm an investor and I focus on nice houses and nice areas.
Yeah, that's what the owner is a real estate agent. It's not going to work. Any kind of offer you give me, it's not going to work for you. I mean, she's a real estate agent herself.
Is she trying to? Is she? Because I see it under the for rent section. How long of a lease is she looking for?
Sir, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is not. If you're an investor, you're not going to work out there. You cannot just rent it and then rent it to somebody else.
Okay.
I
got you. I got you.
Understand? All right, sir. Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So as you can see with that one, they don't seem too flexible, but I'm going to be honest with you. I really get in touch with that owner. I don't think he know what he's talking about. But all right, let me read some of these comments. Do you think it's too far from Atlanta? I'm in Houston and I'm flying to Mildred. Ugh. All right. So let's talk about this. I have a lot of misses, but no hits. We'll get to that, Romeo. Actually, send me some of the people that you're looking to talk to, Mildred. That's a long flight. No, it's not actually not a long flight, Mildred. It's only about an hour. How far is Houston? Probably like an hour and a half flight to Atlanta. But I don't. Me personally, I would not fly. I would fly anywhere to put a house on the contract. Okay. So what I would do, Mildred, is if you know they're very motivated, I would see if they would send me a contract via email. Now, if they're not open to that, I would find somebody already in Atlanta and I would get them to go out and take a look at the property and take pictures and everything. And the reason why I say that is because, yeah, you're in Houston. Houston is way bigger than Atlanta. Atlanta has about 6 million houses. Houston, I don't know the size. I know it's the fourth largest municipality in the United States behind Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. I'm imagining there's 10, 15, 20 million homes in Houston. I'm already under contract. If you're already under contract, and the reason why I say it's not necessary for you to fly out is because whoever you're going to place in that house, like the tenant buyer, you're just trying to Airbnb it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mister. I overlooked that part. Especially if this is your first one, that might be a good reason to come out here and everything. All right, so I was going down another path or whatever, but I forgot you told me that you're trying to Airbnb it. Yeah, I think that could warrant a flight because tickets, I'm sure probably between $200-300. You'll make that back in a weekend if you're able to be successful Airbnb-ing it. So now this whole conversation that Mildred and I are having, it just shows the creativity that you can have. She's all the way in Houston doing deals in Atlanta. I think it's like a 90-minute flight, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't flown to Houston in a while. But nonetheless, because we're on the internet right now, we can do deals anywhere in the United States, actually anywhere in the world. The easiest thing, because of an interface like Facebook, like Mildred and I, we've never met each other. But this may be a possible deal that we can partner on. But at the same time, partnering can be kind of tricky or whatever. But all I'm saying is, I know tons of people making a substantial amount of money partnering. I would say it is. The thing about Atlanta, what makes Atlanta unique is that people come here all the time for different things. Right now, it's about to be summertime. So a matter of fact, kids got out of school last week down here. So Grayson is near Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, it's a huge tourist attraction. The Mall of Georgia is right there. The Gwinnett Conference Center is right there. So Grayson is very close to all of those areas. And whenever you're thinking about Airbnb, you want to put Airbnb in locations in which people are coming into town. It's near some type of an attraction, if that makes sense. So if I was in Houston, I may do Airbnbs like in the Galleria area. I may do it wherever the Houston Rockets play at, even though they lost last night. But nonetheless, I may do it somewhere near downtown. I would do it wherever, like any type of conference centers or whatever. And let me tell you how Airbnb works with the pretty house business. They actually complement each other. So for example, instead of if you're going to stay in the middle of a deal, because we do a lot of lease options or owner financing, okay? So instead of putting a tenant buyer in there and they pay you once a month, with Airbnb, you have a possibility of having 30 paychecks because it's 30 days in a month, traditionally speaking. It's a great house. I need to co-host this Aaron because that's why I'm coming down there to set everything up. Hey, I tell you what, Mildred, let me know when you come down here. I'll be happy to meet with you. I'm telling you, I am 10 minutes from Grayson. I'm 10 minutes. I don't even know if I'm that far from Grayson. I just ran down there. That's the closest Home Depot. I was just down there probably a couple hours ago. So if you want to get together, let me know. I'll be happy to meet with you. Whether we do business or not, it doesn't matter. If I can find somebody else that's more appropriate, I love meeting people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be coming to Houston maybe next weekend, not this weekend, but perhaps next weekend. But yeah, that's perfect, Mills. That you're an action taker and everything. And anybody who's live right now, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask at all. The biggest piece of advice that I can give people is just pick up the phone and call someone. That's really it. So let me kind of go through the script that I use. Okay, so there's mainly two scripts that I use. And what I want you to do is get the psychology of what I'm doing, okay? So we may need to talk. Okay, great. Mildred, just send me a little personal message, and I'll send you my phone number, and then we can talk when I finish up. So if I'm doing a for sale by owner, when I get on the phone with them, now I change things depending on the situation, but normally when I get on the phone with them, I'll just say, hey, I saw your house on Craigslist or Zillow. Can you tell me a little bit about the house? I'm going to be honest with you. Airbnb will work. It works anywhere in the country, especially Chicago. Now, one thing I will say about Airbnb and some of the major metropolitan areas, especially with a lot of condos, they're cracking down on them. So that's something you just have to be aware of or whatever. But nonetheless, like I was saying, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. When I call it for sale by owner, I ask them, could you tell me a little bit about the house? I could care less about that house because I'm not living in it. It's an easy question to ask someone. That's all. They'll go on 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. We got window treatments, X, Y, Z, ABC, 1, 2, 3. I'll just let them talk for a little while. And I say, wow, that sounds good. Okay. And then I say, okay, are there any major repairs that need to be made? And then I'll say, I'm looking for a nice home in a nice area. And then I'll say, this sounds like a wonderful house. Why would you sell such a nice house? That's the most important question that I ask. That's even more important than how much are they asking for. And the reason why is because I want to know are you motivated to sell this house? Is there a motivating factor that's going to give you a sense of urgency to sell this house? Because in the back of my mind, I know there's only 5 things you can do with a house. And if we think about what those 5 things are, you can do it for sale by owner. You can list it with a realtor. You can rent it out yourself. You can rent it with a property management company. Or if you can't afford the payments, you give it back to the bank. There's nothing else you can do with a house. So with that being said, my line of questioning would go down those different areas, okay? Because I want to eliminate every single purpose. That's the wrong word, but I can't think right now. I want to eliminate every single thing that they think they're going to be able to do. Okay. When I can eliminate those, I got them. I know I got them. I'll say 7 times out of 10, I'm going to get a contract on that house. Because I'm going to ask them, and let's go over the pros and cons with this. This is a little education as well. The least effective way to sell a house, I don't know if you're aware, is for sale by owner. You have an 85% failure rate in selling your house for sale by owner. I want you to think about that. Would you allow a heart surgeon to perform surgery on your heart if there's an 85% failure rate? Probably would. the majority of individuals, when they do a for sale by owner, they just want to see if they're going to be able to sell it. Because 8.5 out of 10 times, they're going to end up listing with a realtor. The fastest and most effective way to sell a house is listing with a realtor, period. Even though I say I don't deal with realtors, not really. That's the most efficient way. If I had a house and I need to sell it as fast as possible, I would list it. Because the MLS is a very effective way of being able to sell a house. If it's priced right and it's not a crazy looking house, it will sell 9 times out of 10 if it's priced right. Okay. Now, you can rent it out, but a lot of people don't like being landlords. It can be a tough job. I was a landlord one time. I'm gonna tell you the toughest thing about being a landlord. And this is just me. When there's a single mom with 3 kids and her hours get cut short and she can't afford to pay rent, I know she's not lying to me. She can't afford it. I was raised by a single mom. I don't have the heart in the middle of wintertime to kick somebody out of their house because they can't pay their rent. That's me. I don't have, I can't do that. I don't have the heart to do that. That's just me, and I know myself. So I don't need to be in that business because I'm going to feel sorry for them because I know they're trying hard. I know they're working hard. They're not getting the hours that they need, or maybe they got laid off. They got 3 little kids. I have kids. I know what it's like to struggle and everything, and I don't have the heart to tell them, well, you got to get out. I just can't do it, so I don't need to be in that business. Now, you can price it right and place it with another thing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of just going on tangents or whatever, but this is important for you to think about, in terms of psychology. Also, is that they'll tear your house up, especially if they got pets and kids, especially young kids. They will mess your house up. Okay. So the other thing, you can list with a management company. Now, that can be a good way to go, but you have to know 7 to 10% of that rent is going to that property manager. You have to know that. And I'm not gonna lie, most of them that I've had experience with suck. They're not good at what they do. Now, some are worth their weight in gold, okay? And then, of course, you have the other thing where if they owe more than what the house is worth and they can't afford to pay them, so they have to give it back to the bank, which is going to affect their credit. So by me already knowing all of their options, I want to try to eliminate them one by one. And I do that by asking questions. Because the number one objection you're going to get, especially with FSBOs for sale by owner, is I need all the money out of my house to buy my next house. I'm going to tell you how to overcome that objection. Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I understand exactly what you're saying. I would like to get as much money out of my house as well. Let me ask you a question. How long are you willing to wait to try to do this? How long have you been trying to sell your house? Then I'll just shut up. Okay. It's about 30, 45 days. And you probably been getting a lot of written offers, haven't you? So what I'm doing is I already know they haven't been getting a lot of written offers. They would have had the house sold by now. But I'm just saying it that way. Not in a condescending way. But anyway, I want them to articulate how it's been a struggle for them. I can't tell them why they're wrong and how they need to go with what I want them to do. Because then I'm kind of selling them on something. I want them to think that it's their idea. So no, we just haven't found the right person and everything. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, let me ask you, are you willing to wait another, 2 or 3 additional months? So by asking that question, that's going to tell me how motivated they are. Because if they are, we can wait another 2 or 3 months, they're not that motivated. It's really nothing you're going to be able to do. But there may be a situation in which, for example, I'm in Atlanta, Let's say they have a wonderful job opportunity in California, and then they have another house. Okay? The last thing you want to do is have two mortgage payments. It's the last thing that you want to do. Most people can't afford them. And even if they can afford them, remember, I'm going after houses that are $2,000 a month and above. Who wants to pay $2,000 on an empty house? Even if you can afford it. Most people don't want to do that. So there are other options. And then not only that, there's an 85% failure rate that they're going to sell their house. And then if you're in California, how are you going to be able to show the house? You almost have to listen with an agent. Now, if you listen with an agent, you're going to lose about 10%. The commission is going to be about 6%. Then you got 2% of closing costs. And then more than likely, they're not going to pay exactly what you're asking for. So there's going to be some negotiation on the price. That might drop another 3%. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11%. So anywhere between 7 and 17%, you're going to lose on the sale of the house, even though it's the fastest and most efficient way. What if you're in a situation where you don't have any equity? I've never met anyone who brings $15,000 to the closing table to sell their own house. I've never met anyone who's willing to do that. So that might be one way of eliminating that. And then we start talking about renting the house out. Who wants to be a landlord in California when the house is in Georgia? That's not fun. So these are the things that I look for, when I talk to sellers or whatever. So, I'm just going on a little tangent right now, but let me get a couple more calls in or whatever before it gets too late. All right, because we got 13 minutes. I've only made 2 calls. But feel free to chime in with any questions about anything whatsoever, comments, or like I keep saying, if you have any listings you want me to call, I have no problem making calls for you. All right, let's go look for another house real fast. All right, this one looks like it's listed with a realtor. That's not going to work. Maybe. All right, I'm going to call this one. This may be a realtor. I'm not sure. 1 second, y'all. All right, so I'm calling this number real fast. Now, I will tell you.
Hello?
Hey, is this Ron?
Yes.
Hey, Ron. My name's Idris. I just saw your house in Dunwoody on Craigslist.
Yes,
Okay. Is the house still available?
it is.
All right. Perfect. I was looking for like a long-term lease of at least 2 years. Is that something that may work?
Sure.
All right. Great. And assuming all the payments coming on time, would you be open to selling the house?
Well, yeah, sure, buy it.
Okay, perfect. Now, Ron, is this your house or are you an agent?
No, I'm the agent.
Okay, I got you. So they would be open to selling the house as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm actually an investor who focuses on nice homes and nice areas, and I do a lot of internet marketing, and I sold my last house on rent to own, and I have like 73 people looking for a nice house in a nice neighborhood such as this.
Okay, that's good.
All right, excellent. So I guess from your perspective, because normally I deal directly with the owners or whatever. How would that work to make sure, since you're the agent, you're representing them? Is this a transaction that you normally do?
Well, it wouldn't make a difference.
Okay. Well, what I would like to do is I would love to come out, take a look at the house. I'm already looking at the pictures and the areas. It's a great area as well.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's a top area, sure.
Right. See, let me look at this. Okay. So what I would like to look is maybe have an appointment where maybe I could come out, take a look at the house, and then if it makes sense, we could put a contract on the house immediately.
Sure.
Okay. Excellent. Let me think about how's Thursday look? I don't know about tomorrow. I have to run to another part of time. How does Thursday look for you?
Well, Thursday, what time?
I think I'm pretty much wide open on Thursday. So, anytime that's convenient for you will be good. Now, is the house vacant right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, excellent. Okay. Yeah, so anytime that's convenient for you, I can meet you.
Okay, now, when are we looking to move?
So I'm looking ASAP.
Okay.
So is the house available now, or is it like June 1st, or when?
Yeah, I mean, it's available. It's available.
Mm-hmm.
So I could. What's today? Today is Tuesday, right?
Right. Correct.
Yeah. You want to see it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, that might be pushing it tomorrow, because I'll tell you what, if we see it tomorrow, it's going to have to be after 4:00. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's fine. How about I could show it maybe about 6?
You know what? I can do 6:00. I can do 6:00. Okay.
Okay.
Now, is this the best number to reach you at?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So what I'm going to do is this a cell phone number?
Yes.
All right, Ron, I'm going to text you my information, and then if anything comes up or whatever, we can confirm, reschedule, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, excellent. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, you got it. All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right. So that was pretty simple. I would tell you that whenever you're doing for rent by owner, it's a lot easier to work with the agent than for sale by owner. And the reason why I say that is because for sale by owner, you have to think about it. They're getting a 3% commission from the sales price of the house. So the house is $200,000. That's $6,000. They're the broker themselves. That's $12,000 because they get the full 6%. Whereas when we're looking at a for rent by owner, usually they're getting a security deposit. I don't mind giving that up. I really don't, because if I can get somebody, because this is in Dunwoody, this is a very nice area in Atlanta. It rents for $2,400 a month. So $2,400 a month, I'm imagining this house is about it's probably close to $300,000. So $300,000, I know I'm gonna make at least 10. I know that for a fact. 10, 12, $15,000. I don't mind giving up $2,400 if I'm making 10, because I'm still making $7,600. How much work am I doing? I made a phone call. He's open. I already have people, And if you don't have people, it's easy to find people, And yeah, Vernell, this is, it's a great compliment to what you're, already doing. And what I tell people is, I'm not a believer in, I'm not trying to pick on people. Mostly single, especially guys who say this, quit your job and just go into business for yourself. If you got a family, that's stupid. Don't ever quit your job and go after this, whatever. That's just stupid with me. I don't believe in that. I like kind of what Sean Terry said. Get 1 year of your income in the bank before you even consider quitting your job. And, everything's different. Like, for example, when me and my son's mother got together, she just moved to another city without a job. But she's a registered nurse. You can get a job just like that. So it just depends on what you're doing. But what I'll tell people, my metric is have 1 year of your income in the bank because you need to make sure this is going to work for you. And one thing I've noticed about this business, it always works when I work. I know a lot of us like to do automation, delegation. It's sexy. I get it. We'll just have a website. People come to the website. We ain't got to talk to them or whatever. We get a virtual assistant and everything. It sounds great. That's not my style. For my students, I want you to learn how to do this from the ground floor. I want you to be able to use a phone, make calls, learn how to overcome objections, put houses under contract. And the reason why I say that is because we don't know what can happen to us in life. I've been blessed. I've made millions of dollars. I've been flat broke. I've lost everything. Like, it got so bad for me one time. I was 20, how was I? I was 24, 25 years old. I lost everything. It got so bad, I was sleeping in my daggone car. And then my damn car got repossessed. I used to have to, this is how I'm not lying. Fortunately, I went to North Carolina State and I still have my student ID so I could take the city bus for free. I used to eat continental breakfast at hotels. That's how I ate, I swear, no lie. And then, I can't believe it, Church's Chicken every Tuesday, you can get a two-piece for $2.12. I'll never forget it. I always make sure I had enough money for that. So I know what it's like to really struggle and everything. And the reason why I did that is I got overly ambitious and I quit my job. And that's when me and my son's mom broke up. I was chasing this dream. She thought it was irresponsible because I was making close to $200,000 a year. I quit it to chase this dream or whatever. She said I was being irresponsible. We had my son at the time was 2 years old. And looking back on it, she's right. I got to admit, she was right. That was totally irresponsible for me to not think about, her and my son, but I was chasing all this money. I didn't think she believed in me. It was just my ego getting in the way. So basically my message to people is look at who you take advice from. I hear all these people, quit your job. You don't need it. Go be an entrepreneur. Hell, if you're making $50,000, $75,000 a year, keep that income stream going because it's going to make things a lot easier when you're investing. You're not going to worry about paying your bills and being able to eat and being able to provide or whatever. That just means you're going to get less sleep at night or maybe you got to turn the TV off. Big deal. It only takes 8 to 10 hours a week to make six figures in this business. I promise you. Now, it may not come immediately, and there's a variety of circumstances for why it may not come. Depends on your background, depends on where you're at, and things of that nature. But if you're persistent with this, and I'm just saying 8 to 10 hours a week, that's it. If you work third shift, call people during the day. One thing I will say, a thing that I've seen that's kind of changing, I got started in this business back in 2003. So what I used to do is I used to get newspapers that were 2 and 3 months old, and I would call the FSBOs. And then I'll get newspapers that are 4 to 6 weeks old and call the for rent by owner. Because I figured if you haven't sold your house in 2 or 3 months, you're pretty motivated if I bring you an offer. And that it worked out very well. But of course, we know everything's on Craigslist and Zillow right now. So people don't look through the classified ads or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going with that story, to be honest with you. Let me think about where I was going. I don't even know where I was going with that story. I get like that sometimes, sorry. What was I talking about? I was trying to make a point with that. I don't know, I'm sorry. But anyway, let me see what time it is. All right, it's 7:59, so I'm going to have to get ready to log off. So I wasn't able to make any calls for anyone. But like I said, if any of you are watching this video, just feel free to inbox me. Now, I do have a coaching program if you're interested in that. I'm not going to lie, it's expensive. It is. I mean, it is what it is. However, if you can't quite afford that or whatever, I have I'm going to do a membership type of program as well. That'll be a lot more, economical. And then if you don't have no money, big deal. I'm going to start doing a lot more of these videos, and I'm going to start adding things into the membership site to help you out or whatever. And what I'll tell you is, I'm going to tell you my Achilles heel, and it's kind of interesting. The hardest part about this business, and I'm just going to be flat honest with you, I don't like calling these people on the phone. I don't enjoy this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. But I know it's a means to an end, because the worst thing that's going to happen to me is someone's going to tell me no. The best thing that can happen to me, somebody says, yes, I make $5, $7, $10, $15, $20,000. This is my risk. $10 at the most. I don't like, if the house needs repairs, I do zero repairs whatsoever. Either the owner of the house has to do the repairs, or the tenant buyer that I bring in, what I'll do is I may give them a break on how much money they have to give me. For example, let's just say the house needs a substantial amount of paint. I'm not painting no house. Instead of them giving me $10,000, give me $7,500. Use the $2,500, go paint the house. That's my deal with them. Now, I'll do small stuff. Like if the house is a little junky or whatever, I may bring in somebody to come clean it up. That might cost a couple $100. Or I may have to mow the lawn and, do some raking and stuff, or, wipe down the windows. Like I'll do that. But other than that, I'm not doing anything. And would that work for multifamily? Yes, this will work for anything, Romeo. As a matter of fact, I'm actually doing this. I'm about to acquire a dental practice with no money down using some of these concepts. So that's more of an advanced type of thing. Also, another thing that I'm doing is I'm about to do some salon suites also. So it has to do with the creativity that's in your mind. And that's the best part about this business, but it's the most difficult part about this business. When you're wholesaling real estate, it's quite simple. Buy low, sell high. Houses are worth $100,000. I can get this house for $40,000. It's $20,000 of rehab, $60,000. I know worst case scenario, I can sell that house for $80,000 because it's worth $100,000. I will make money all day long. This is the only problem with wholesaling. Every single person on this planet is wholesaling. You see bandit signs everywhere. You see direct mail everywhere. You see people driving for dollars everywhere. You see people wholesaling deals and it's bidding up the prices. No one is offering somebody full price for their house. But, I'm going on a tangent. Anyway, love y'all. If y'all have any questions, concerns whatsoever, just shoot me a message, and I'm going to do a better job of, getting back, doing these videos and stuff. And it's interesting because I tell y'all, don't be afraid to call people or whatever. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm such a perfectionist. I want these videos to be perfect, and that's why I don't do them very often. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been wanting to do video all the time. All right, so I just got a message from somebody that said, hi, not interested in rent to own. So what do you think I'm going to do now? I'm saying, why not? And then we'll kind of go from there or whatever. But nonetheless, he is planning on keeping those homes long term. Okay, no big deal. I'm still going to make a response to them. It don't matter. But nonetheless, so that's something I need to work on and get over myself. So I'm still a work in progress also. So we're in this journey together. And like I said, y'all seen this video through the Pretty House Investment Association. If you want to see how this works with a whole comprehensive financial strategy to help you achieve financial independence, join my other group. It's called Make Your Money Great. But nonetheless, I'm about to sign off. Have a great night. And I hope the Cavaliers win. I don't think so. But anyway, I'll be watching basketball tomorrow night. But I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these videos a lot more often. Anyway, I'm signing off now. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, if you're watching a replay or whatever, feel free to hit my message box, and I'm gonna upload this to YouTube also. So if you want to find me on social media right now, I have my Facebook page, Idris Talib. I'm on Instagram at Pretty House Guy. YouTube is, I don't know, is at Pretty House Guy or what? But prettyhouseguy@gmail.com. Twitter, I ain't gonna lie, I don't tweet. I don't really understand Twitter, but that's Pretty House Guy also. Nonetheless, y'all have a wonderful night.